Hello and welcome back to the Midwest, where it's all looking a little bit different. Look at that for timing. Yeah, that's because I planned it. But we're sat roughly where we were at the beginning of the last episode before we did the Junction work. You'll see I've gone a little bit crazy with the detailing. Okay, not too crazy. It was at the end of the last episode I thought, well, why not just add a bit of scenery? And if you look towards the bottom there, we've got our disused track. I used the shift modifier that we learned about to add grass, overgrown, on the track itself, which I thought was a nice touch, if I may say so myself. It's lovely seeing the freight not being interfered with now. It's just getting on with its business, which in turn means our passenger trains are not being interfered with either. Isn't that great? I love it. I love it. It turned out alright. Bit fiddly. But as I said, that's the nature of the game. Over there in Hibbing, they seem to have built a giant tower. That's lovely to see. I guess things are getting busier on the map. Oh, we've still got our steam train. I mean, it is lovely to see steam on here still, though. I will say that. He's looking a bit... He's looking a bit steamy. Well, of course he is. It's a steam train. Dear oh dear. I'm a little excited today, guys. Way back in episode 6, we celebrated 4,000 subscribers. I think it was episode 6. It might be 7. But yeah, that was amazing. Then in episode 17, we celebrated 5,000 subscribers. At which point I'm like, okay. That's not a thing I was expecting. And today, episode 30... Oh, great, I've forgotten the episode number. 37? Maybe. We're celebrating 6,000 subscribers. Well, it's slightly over now. So, I wanted to start today just by saying thank you. Absolutely thank you. I never really had any goals when I started out making videos for YouTube. Almost 2 years ago. Yeah, almost 2 years ago. It would actually be on March the 11th was the first video 2 years ago. And so well, I did have a goal. My only goal was if I can bring a little bit of entertainment to the world, it's not a bad thing, is it? It's got to be a good thing. And that was it. If just one person was happy and entertained, I was happy. And it was worth doing. There is another milestone. I don't know whether we'll reach it during this series. It's been quite the series, hasn't it? As far as channel milestones go. But we're also approaching 1 million views. That's a crazy number. I try not to think about that too much. There goes our coal and iron train. We don't mind them waiting a little bit for each other. Freight versus freight. I mean, that's what that's for. What were you waiting for anyway? Oh, the logging train, of course. So there we go. Yes, what have we got to do today? Now that the thank yous have been said, we've got to do our final junction. That could be an issue for us, possibly, maybe. No, it is, because we have our express freight that crosses the fast line as it is now. That's the way I like to see our new setup. We've got fast lines in the middle and slow lines on the outside. And between Grand Rapids, and which is just to the side of us here, and Minneapolis, that's shared by express freight. And it's the express freight train that also crosses the fast lines. And we're going to divert that. That's what we're doing today. Shall we bring up the UI? Now, we are getting towards the end of the series. That's not a bad thing, though. I'm sure we're all excited to go and try something a little different in the Swiss Alps. That's going to be a challenge in itself, and should look slightly different in a lot of places to what we've done in the Midwest. Our track has a few issues. a few speed issues, which I'm going to have to find. Not in today's episode. I have been slowly cutting the grass as well. I forgot to show you that. There we go. I've started cutting the grass. We will get around to, or I will. I'll go and do that before the cab ride. For the main line at the very least. But yes, back to the speed issues. We remember way back before we rebuilt this bridge, we had a similar issue just here. Now, it's not quite as drastic as that, but it still slows the train down. We've also got a couple of, let's bring the speed layer up. We've also got a couple of slow pieces of track. Well, I say slow. It drops to like 130, there you go, 134. We might be able to rework this section. I'll probably just go ahead and do it off camera though, before the cab ride, as it would just mean deleting that back and making it a little smoother. There's another section that slows down up here as well. There it is, just here. Not the 60s, but it does drop to 90, I think, somewhere. There. Let me zoom in a bit. There. No. That's the cross track, isn't it? Or maybe it's another bugged... Oh, there we go. 129. 128, 128. 122, yeah, it is dropped. Oh, there we go. 113. I would like to maybe redo that a little bit. Just take the sharpness out the curve a touch. I mean, it looks like it's possible. It can be done. Curved stations would solve that issue. But we don't have it, so I'll think of another way. We're in 2006. Oh yes, remember we got a new train, didn't we? Let's go and take a quick look at that. Buy vehicles. This one, the GE Genesis. They would be perfect for new commuters. It will be a little bit of a shame to get rid of our metro liners, but I mean, we've seen them now. It'll be nice to have a little bit of a mix on there. I don't know what passenger wagons we could use. Maybe these. They do 124. I mean, the other option would be the older one there. Possibly. Which one is... I mean, they are lighter, which would suit passenger trains. These are limited to 87, unfortunately. So, I feel like one of these two. We'll go with that. See what you say in the comments. I'm happy to change them. And we'll redo our metro liners. We can always bring them back, but it will be interesting then, because we'll have diesels running alongside... Were they diesels? I think they were. Running alongside our high-speed electrics. How is our... Oh, you see? They're still using this. But it's carrying a few more people. We might get rid of it entirely, though, as we do cross the fast line there. So anyway, this also brings us neatly up to what we're going to be doing today, and that is diverting the freight train. We're actually going to take it through the station. We're going to hit pause. We're going to lose even more buildings down here, as my idea was to go and divert the train round the back here. We've got a lot of empty land, and it would give us a reason to, instead of reverse up here, head up here, round and all the way round the back, straight through again. Pulling onto this section of the line doesn't really matter. We're also probably going to temporarily, yes, get rid of the commuter, although the shuttle, I should say. It might upset a few people. It would be typical, wouldn't it, of a rail company to do that. You're like, well, I used to catch that like every day, thanks. Progress. So should we go for this build and see if we can't have it looking moderately decent? Anyway, I'm also going to extend how far the computer? Oh dear, grand. I'm also, yes, well, I've lost it, guys. Right, okay, composure. We're going to extend the commuter up to this bridge here to give it a little more time on the slow lines and more of a chance for our high-speed train to pass it. Technically, it no longer needs to be electrified, but it gives us options then to bring back the metro liner. I don't mind us slowing down. We actually slow down because it's about 90, I think, up here. Let's have a look at the speed layer. 95, that is fine. We're heading towards a terminus station anyway. Trains should be slowing down a lot sooner than that. Right, if we can get this about perfect, like 99 would be ideal, right? That's our limit. 100, perfect, get in there. Then we can just glide in. Well, it doesn't matter, does it? Because we're doing 95 up there anyway. Yes, think about what you're doing. And as long as we don't affect the bridge, that'll be cool. Perfect, 99. That's lovely, isn't it? There we go. And now we've got more slow line. So not only do we get on a lot later, we also get off a lot later. A lot sooner. It's the opposite, isn't it? Yeah, not the same way around. Anyway, there we go. We're on there. We have a rogue couple of signals here now because of this is where the junction was. We don't need those any longer. I won't bother putting them in just yet, as we're going to have the flyover here, and I'm not sure whether we're going to do it probably just after this crossing. Might be a good idea. We could maybe do it before so that we could get a smoother grade over the top of the freeway here. The freeway itself is only raised slightly higher than the track, which I thought was a nice place to get over there. This is our goal, to get over at this point. I would get rid of the bulldozer tool there just in case you do something silly. Let's first get us the height required to get over the freeway. It shouldn't really be that high. And then we know where we're at that point, and we can try and... I keep using page up and page down. Ooh, really thankful that they changed all the shortcuts. Right, let's raise that up a little bit. That's not going to do it. How much have we got to go? Ooh, quite a way. For those that are new to the channel or the series and don't know, it's period and comma is what I'm using. Period will raise the initial starting height for your tracks or roads or stations. Oh, we could go a little bit further out, couldn't we? Right at this junction would be nice. Close, because it's doing it itself now. I like it. Guys, we're in. We've got it in. This is just to get... Ooh, don't move it then. This is just to get the initial climb in. We want to go as low as possible, but obviously not too low. We do have our big rigs driving under there. So that gives us a clearance height for the freeway, which is the highest point, meaning we can drop down here and slowly head in. I mean, the climb doesn't have to be perfect. I'm happy with 41. As long as we can get down here. Does it look too terrible? No, that's a flyover, isn't it? They're pretty aggressive. Pretty steep. There we go. We'll go with that. We'll see how that works. Can we get out of here? If that just goes in, I'll be amazed. You're in. Well, isn't that delightful? Well, I was expecting that to take a little longer. That's good news though, isn't it? Right, then we'll come out here. We're going to have this as an embankment. The reason being, you'll see that our freeway is also on an embankment, so we can bring the ground up to make it look not quite as drastic. And we can just keep the speed. What we're going to do is then connect up to here. We're going to get rid of this and redraw it. We're going to have sort of an access road here. We are going to keep this high speed now, and it does have to be electrified. A high-speed track will give you slightly faster cornering at the same angle. We're going to keep this flat because we're going to need to do a crossing over here. It shouldn't matter too much if we keep at 50. Where's our other track? Up there. And there we go. And we're in a bit of a cut-in, which is rather nice. And then we're in. So we go 160, 50, and then get to the station. Money is not an issue, so we don't need to worry about that too much. Let's redraw this. Not redraw it. Let's smooth it out a touch. Yep, you can just throw the strength all the way. Like that. That's leveling it. You don't want that. It will take this brown... You could paint that brown grass. However, we just want to come up level with the freeway here. So when we're looking at the freeway, it seems to just blend into the to the hillside, which I like. I mean, over the course of building tracks, there's excavation work to be done, etc. So you have to put the excavated earth somewhere, don't you? And that's how I justify doing things like this. For instance, we went into a cutting here, so we moved the excavated earth there over here. That'll do, wouldn't it? And we're done. We have a reason to bring this ground up a little bit. Plus it looks lovely now, doesn't it? I like that. Obviously, he's not going to take it just yet because it's not an ideal place for it to go. In order to encourage the service to take a different route, we're going to delete the track back. It's no longer there. However, we could have it similar to a siding, couldn't we? So if we bring this in, not needed, we're unlikely going to use it as a siding, but we could have a slow crossover there that's not used, just so it looks like it should be there. We want that one way. There we go, guys. We're in. Now, do you take the other way round? Yeah, there we go. We're going round now on our new piece of track. That'll be a bit of fun for a cab ride, wouldn't it? And let's get us this crossing in. We'll use the flattening tool this time. We'll start from there. There we go. Just level with the track. Cut us even more earth out. There we go. Lots of excavating today. We'll get our road tool. Where's our country road? Up here. Doesn't have to be a country road, of course. It could be anything you like. There we go. Is that a fairly gentle crossing? It looks that way. And then we can hook back up into there. Ah, yes. We need to bring this road back in. So we'll have a short section here to make our T-junction so that it's nice and flat. And we'll just head up. Nothing like that. That looked awful, didn't it? That's better. We could knock this back a bit further, couldn't we? Are we excited? I am. Oh, we've still got our puddles up there. I forgot. Look, there we go. I love those. They're brilliant. Right. Is it too bumpy? It's a bit bumpy, but I mean, it's a crossing. That didn't quite do what I expected it to do at all. Let's change that. Bring it a little further out away from the crossing there. Will you do it now? Is that a little better? Oh, that's nice. Give it the angle we need straight away. It's usually the best way to get the correct slopes on your crossings. No, you don't want that. You want this. Is to do the two connecting points first, the two junctions, and then just connect them up. It tends not to make a mess then of the junction itself, or less of an issue anyway. There we go. I like it, guys. I mean, we never really use this, but if we pretend story time, I mean, people have got to get to work at the quarry, right? Could have a little parking area here. No, leave it alone. Right, guys, we're in. Now we need to reroute our passenger service. Once upon a time, this was our super fast express line. How much are you making us out of curiosity? You're making us a lot. All right, we need to get rid of that, don't we? Yeah, manage the line. Let's get rid of that. And now you're taking the slow line. You're taking the fast line back, which I kind of expected. But now you're going to go on the slow line, where we're also going to have you as a slower train as well. So that would be after Grand Rapids heading to Minneapolis. So down here, we'll add that signal. Now, what should happen, hopefully, take a look. Yeah, we're probably going to get rid of the shuttle for now, completely. I don't know though, it won't interfere very often. No, Grand, leave it alone. We'll leave it in for now. No, there's no point anymore. What are you talking about? Right, yes, we're getting rid of it. I know. You guys are probably going to be sad to see our double deckers going. However, it's the name of progress. Look at the state of that. I love it. I think it's going to work for us though, personally. We'll let them drop off all their people. We're going to cheese off a lot of people, I think. Although no, because it's going to increase passengers again, isn't it? For our mainline, our commuter mainline. Yes, no, this is a good idea. I'm running with it. We could bring it back again. We could always bring it back for the end of the series. There we go. Right, as soon as you drop off, how many people are waiting here? Oh, there's 96 people. Yeah, but they'll just go over the other side, wouldn't they? Would they? Oh, no, guys, I can't. What are the finances like? Well, you're making money now. Yeah, we overdid it, didn't we, having 2. This is almost perfect now. Yes, it's going to slow down our... it's going to slow down our high-speed train a couple of times. I'll tell you what, guys. I'll throw a vote up. Do we keep the shuttle? Or do we retire it and allow our high-speed train to never be crossed between? It would be the entire route, wouldn't it, from Hibbing all the way down to Bloomington? Yeah, there we go. Viewer's choice. Would you like to see the high-speed train remain? That rhymes. That's great. Not the high speed. Should the shuttle train remain? It just doesn't sound as good as high speed train. Should the shuttle train remain? There's the vote. We'll find out on Sunday what you guys think. It will be open for... I'll say we'll bring it down Saturday morning. There we go. No, Saturday at 6 o'clock GMT. Lunchtime in the US. There we go. Central time. But guys, we are in now. What did I promise we're going to do? We're going to change this train to be... See, they're not full. They're just handling it. I like it. Right. We're going to manage vehicles. All of them. They're going to keep their names, hopefully. And we're going to replace, because we're going to build us some new consists. We're going to start with these, because they're the slowest and lightest. They're still faster than the loco we're going to use, which is this. So we get to see the GEP 42DC. Not a mouthful. And oh, do you know what I've not done before we do that? There goes our freight train. Oh, do you know what I've not done? I've not signalled it, have I? Yes, I have. Where have you... Oh, wait. Oh, okay. They're bunched up, haven't they? I'm like, what are you waiting for? That's awkward, though. Okay, we're not doing that just yet, but we will recolour the other train. Where do we want this? Well, we don't want you stopping on a grade, really. Should you get bunched up, so we'll have you stop there. Are you moving? There we go. There we go. We don't need too much signalling going on here. One there. One before the crossing. And I think that'll do. It might give them a chance to be spaced out more as well, but we don't want them stopping here. In fact, do we even need that one? Yeah, leave it in there. It'll be fine. It'll be fine. There he goes. He's going up over there. We'll get on that before the end of the episode. That's what we'll do. Yeah, I've never coloured these, have I? So we don't know what they look like coloured. Let's colour them mainline, our Midwest mainline green, and see how they look. Oh, I love that. We've rebranded them. Isn't that wonderful? I like that they still keep the metal look there. Oh, isn't that beautiful? So that's what they look like in green. I should have done that sooner. Anyhow, it's all beautiful, but now we're going to change them. Let's build our new consists for these. And we'll colour these as well on Sunday. Don't let me forget. So we're having the diesel loco. Let's not have that moving. That's uncomfortable. We'll put that on. And we don't need to go too crazy with the capacity. What sort of acceleration do these have? Oh, they're nippy. Oh, because they're light, aren't they? Well, could we match the colour of the... Because we've seen these, haven't we? We could maybe match it. Could we put them blue, the same as the loco. Let's see. Does that work? Yes! Oh, guys. I've got all sorts of happiness going on. There, 114. How do you manage? Oh, isn't that wonderful? You are super speedy. Acceleration. 3.3 kilometers to get up to 99 miles an hour. And it looks good. I like it. Right, we're doing it. They're on. Let's go find one. Oh, there we go. We've got the diesel sounds again. How do your coaches look with your train? Yes, acceptable. Are we happy with that? Oh, you're beefy, aren't you? Oh, I like him. I mean, we don't really have... Look at the state of that on the back. We don't really have any long distance, do we? I mean, I say that. It takes what? Was it over 6 real world minutes? Oh, get on board. Do you know why I want to get on board? High-speed train is going to pass us. Or is it? Come on, pass us. I want to see this. Before we get to the station, if possible. So now we keep out the way. We are getting up to speed as well. Oh, and there's another high-speed train. Guys, I will do a cab ride for this commuter service as well, if you're interested in the cab rides. And obviously tomorrow I will do the cab ride for the new layout of the high-speed train. I'll try and fix the speed glitches. If I can't fix them, then we'll just have to live with it. I don't know what we'll say is happening there. Maybe temporary speed restriction. But it is a bug rather than a design flaw. What are you slowing down for up here? Why did he slow down in the station? That makes no sense. What's going on there, guys? He slowed down, didn't he? Is there anyone in front of you? Nope. Right, can we figure that out? Because I've not noticed that before. Or is this section here? Maybe. It wouldn't have been this, because he's only just pulling away now. He will still hold up this train. It does give us a reason to keep the electrification up on the slow line. Oh, well, our freight. Our freight is slow as well, isn't it? Alright, guys, we're back over at the junction that I thought would take far longer than it did. That was pleasantly efficient. It's always nice when that happens. So I didn't have anything else planned, so I'm going to have to make it up now as we go along. Ooh, I know what we could do. There was a suggestion in the comments to have this reversing. Our eternal shunter. Rather than it driving backwards and forwards, flipping, I should say, it would make sense for this shunter if we can trick the game into making it non-reversible, non-flippy. Can we do it? I don't know whether these work. They should do, right? Manage vehicle. I think the actual shunter itself is no longer available to us. No, you see, these are the only trains we've got now. After a certain time, you can no longer buy these, so we're going to have to do this a little carefully. Otherwise, we lose the train. It doesn't show us anywhere here that it'll flip. But if we take this all the way to the back, there are mods. Well, there used to be a mod in Transport Fever where they don't disappear. You can still buy them. Right, modify. Will you now flip? Drive backwards, yes. Oh, that's lovely. Now, if I set it and push the loco back up here, will it keep that? Let's play it and just make sure it does drive backwards. This would be perfect. It would be kind of more realistic to how it would probably do it, because you're reversing the way we've got it now. You're reversing while empty. Oh, guys, that's wonderful. Yes. Oh, that just adds more. Oh, and he's got the light on the... No. Should we keep it like this? Oh, I'm going to keep it like that, guys. I love that we have the little light on the back there. So it's just like a little double shunter push-pull thing going on. I love that idea. Thank you for that. Never thought of doing it. That is awesome. Do you know what we could do? Where is our big city? This big city needs some new trams, doesn't it? It's definitely a big city now, that's for sure. But we unlocked them quite a while ago and never looked at them. Grand Rapids managed vehicles. Let's replace all these. We're going to have these ones, I would say, the Cobra 5.6. The BE 5.6 Cobra even. It's not going to cost as much, is it? Look at how much money we got. Let's take a look at these big boys. The big boys of trams. Oh, that's marvellous. I like it. Come on, get in here. Let's have a look at you. Oh, we're better off with this now, aren't we? I keep forgetting about the camera view where you can zoom in and change the camera. Oh, I like it. Get down a little bit to the side. Doesn't that look wonderful? Well, that doesn't actually. There we go. Highland Street. There we go. The door's open. Maple Street. I like it. Or Maple Street. Oh, we're going around the corner. Is he reading an invisible paper there? Yep, yep. Someone in a truck pulling up behind us. Right. I love it. Let's colour it. I mean, will they look better in our blue? No is the answer to that. They look the same. It's fine. It's fine. Right, let's go over here. Well, in that case, we'll put these red, because these have been red mostly, haven't they? Yeah. But we're going to have these as the smaller ones. These. Because it matters, we're going to have the Skoda 10Ts. There we go. And take a look at those as well. Then we've got to see... Where are you? There you are, coming down here. Then we get to see the Cobra and the... What was it called? Good job, you've already forgotten. Come on, brain work. The Skoda. Skoda and Cobra. Hibbing Metro doesn't quite fit on the board there, that's unfortunate. There we go. Little indicators, hazard lights on when you're pulling out onto the road. The indicators on the buses as well. These are these super old buses, aren't they? Don't we have new ones? Manage vehicles. I thought we'd do this. Why not? Yeah, we have... Oh, we have a Volvo. Do you know, I think that... yeah, passengers. We never put the Volvos on. I think these unlocked during one of the cab rides. Whoops. That's fine. Get you on. Everything's blue now. I mean, I'm not complaining. But I think we should have these red. It's all go, isn't it? It's all go. Oh, they sound good. There we go. We've got Volvos on now. We're all of a sudden looking very European with the Volvo. Do these actually run in the US? I'm not even sure. I've never seen them personally, but it's not like I've been to every city in the US and taken a look at their buses. I like it anyway. There we go, we'll have those in, except I've decided that Hibbing's lines are going to be red. Let's do it. Or is it going to be too bright though? Oh, it's beautiful. Yes. Hibbing are going to be... Oh dear, oh dear. Maybe we should... Maybe we should give those a little bit of maintenance. What do you think? Get them looking a bit new. Let's just max them out and get them brand new. And then we'll drop it down to medium. Because that looks rough. That looks very rough. Come on. How long is it going to take for you to be renewed? Dear oh dear, I'm surprised that is even staying together. Are you gonna, can we fast forward it? Come on. Go shiny. I want to see you, is it slowly getting better? There it goes. There it goes. It's slowly getting better. As we've increased the maintenance and it changes how rusty and stuff is. So we could do it with the shunter as well. Give it, there, look. That's brilliant. Away it goes. That will be shiny spanky new soon. Perfect. Alright, you don't need it on fast forward. Well, we kind of do. It would be nice to be have the Avelia, I think is the last train we get, high-speed train. Let's colour these as well to be red. That's gonna be Hibbing's colour, is gonna be red. Yeah, I like the idea of that. Right, you are gonna be red, and then we could see how they look in red. They look beautiful. That's Hibbing's transport colours. Really? We just changed them. Ooh. It's a streetcar. Well, do you know, I think Grand Rapids, I know, considering I didn't have anything to do, we're kind of doing a lot. Has the older buses. Yes. Perfect. Right. Let's put those on as well then. For this. This is it's all go. I wasn't expecting new buses. Then we get articulated buses as well. Let's have a look at them in their actual colours. Yellow and blue, they look lovely. We can do the Camry trick, can't we? Take a look at you. Oh, I do like those. I don't know where these operate, but I want to have a go on one. They're almost like trams. Well, I guess it does say streetcar, doesn't it? There's a little indicators. Well, aren't you beautiful? And what do you look like coloured in Grand Rapids colours? Manage vehicles. Although this is the commerce line, so we have it the sky blue. How does it look? Oh, it just changes the stripe. Alright. I'll take it. That's kind of nice. Well, could we upgrade... these have just had their buses changed. We'll leave those. Oh, they look a bit rough. Do they need some... Ooh. Do you know, rather than just ditching these, let's give them a little bit of a spruce up, shall we? Manage vehicles. We're going to give you maximum maintenance, get you looking new with less emissions. And the same over here. We're going to put... I don't know what trams to put on here. I'm going to say the little ones. So, no, you don't want to do maintenance. We'll put the Skodas on here too. And we'll colour those dark blue. And we'll change your buses to... do you know what? We'll put the streetcars on here as well. And give you the blue stripe. There we go. I mean, they had a blue stripe, but we'll give them a light blue stripe. Bloomington Co. I love that. Commerce. Well, our train is heading off. No, we'll save the train. We'll save this, guys. Tomorrow, I'll put the another cab ride up with the new line, and I'll try and figure out the speed issues. Perfect timing. Alright guys, we're on board just in time to go over the flyover. Before I do the outro, can I thank everyone for subscribing over the course of this series, and obviously since the beginning of time, not beginning of time. You haven't been going that long. Since the beginning of the channel. Yes, that's what the words you were looking for. You have been awesome. I am just happy to be able to bring a little bit of entertainment to your lives. Hopefully, most of the time. Sometimes it goes a bit wrong. And I hope you're enjoying this series. I would say you mostly are. I've enjoyed making it. A map like... I'll recap more towards when we do the last episode of the series, but spoilers for someone that's normally go big or go home when he plays Transport Fever, I've had an immense amount of fun with a smaller map. Oh, beautiful. Did you see how smooth the crossing was? I like it, guys. I like it. What are we doing when we come back? We've got to put faster wagons on this train because it can get up to 99 miles an hour. We have those. We'll probably do a few more. We'll also talk about how the cab ride went because I don't know yet. I'm leaving that for myself as well. And I'll do it after I've tried to figure out the bugged speeds on the track. I'll also take out the signals ready for the cab ride video. It will be the cab view again, obviously, to get the best quality out of YouTube as I possibly can. I will endeavour to get the speed up on it as well. Dear oh dear, I've got my work cut out for me. But yeah, that's been it. It's been a crazy ride. This series has been crazy. We've still got a few more videos to go. I do want to end with a few mods as well, quality of life mods. And put a few finishing touches. We've also got a few more cab ride videos if you're interested of some of our freight routes, including one of the big coal ones with all the new work that we've put into the line. We haven't actually been under the line now, have we? The high-speed line. And that's it. Don't forget, vote on whether that shuttle there is staying or going. I'm not going to say what my vote is. I will vote, obviously. I do have a choice and a preference. But yes. Thank you for watching, guys. I'll leave you for the rest of this journey, maybe? I don't know. It depends how long the video's running. I have got a little bit of editing to do. But if it's not running too long, then yeah, all right. So until next time, Sunday, hopefully, and the cab ride tomorrow, take care.